Hey y'all, hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. My name is Mandy. Thank y'all so much for being here. So I'm coming to y'all on a Sunday. Obviously makeup free, hair's not done, and also I'm coming to y'all with very much different content than what I usually post here on my channel. I'm usually like a plus size fashion content creator, but a couple of weeks ago I actually posted a favorite beauty products video, and one product in particular got a lot of questions, comments, and so I wanted to make a completely separate video just talking about castor oil. Who would have thought? So I'm not going to span this video out. I'm going to get directly to the point and let you know how I use castor oil, how my family members use it, and what it can be used on. So the first way in which I use castor oil is probably going to be the most common way in which everybody uses castor oil, and that is as a skincare hydrator, as a facial hydrator. So as I mentioned in the video that I posted a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about skincare favorites and beauty care favorites. I mentioned that I use castor oil as a nighttime routine. So it's going to be the last product that I apply when I'm doing my skincare. And I'm just going to tell you this, like a little dab will do ya. You don't need a lot. You don't need to like slather it everywhere. You just put a little bit and you like push it into the skin, push it into the neck, push it into the chest, and that is all you need, because other than that, it's just going to get everywhere. It's going to be sticky. You're going to be sticking to your pillowcase, and that's not a good feeling. So if you're going to go to bed directly after that, you're probably going to have to wash your pillowcase like 2 to 3 times a week, which, you know, is not a big deal, but you know, you're going to be sticky. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit inconvenient, and nobody likes that. And I just want to add really quickly that I will be 44 next month. So I turned 44 in January 2024. And so far, okay, I have no deep set wrinkles, none whatsoever. I have a tiny little wrinkle right here in my forehead. I have no crow's feet. I have no nasolabial folds. I do have jowls, okay? But I firmly believe that castor oil has helped prevent wrinkles in my face and especially in my chest. So I have no wrinkles between my boobs. So I feel pretty good about that. I've also personally, and without getting too graphic, have used it for female issues. So I've used it for vaginal yeast infections topically. I've used it for vaginal dryness topically. I've also used it in compresses for ovarian cysts and ovarian fibroids. In fact, my daughter, who has PCOS, has been using the compresses and has had a regular period for at least 8 months, and she will go a span of almost a year without having one single period. And every single month we put the compress on, and she has had a regular period for months. It's been spanning months, and I 100% believe it's because of the castor oil. She also puts a little bit in her belly button, and I'm a believer. Honestly, it's been life-changing for her. So castor oil compresses. Let's talk about that for a second, because it's not just for female issues. It is for a wide range of things spanning from men and women. So you can use it for fatty liver disease. You can also use it for muscle sprains and healing. You can use it for colon issues, breast disorders. The list goes on and on and on. But when it comes to compresses, what is the right thing to use and how do you use it? So you want to use actual natural fibers. So you want to use like organic cotton or linen or wool, something like that, where it's not made of synthetic fibers and synthetic plastics, because castor oil is very, very potent. It will actually break down the natural fibers of the plastics, and you don't want to absorb that into your skin. So natural fibers, natural cottons, organic flannels, like it has an ingredient in it. It's a certain type of acid. I can't remember the word for it right now, but I'm gonna put it on the screen. Ricinoleic acid. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. I'll get back to you on that. But nonetheless, it has a ton of healthcare benefits. So it's a natural anti-inflammatory. It reduces pain. It awakens hair follicles. That's why you see it in so many different shampoos. It breaks up bone spurs, tumors, fibroids, cysts, acne, you name it. If it's not supposed to be there, it ain't gonna be there for long, okay? Now, I 100% cannot take the credit for this information. In fact, I highly encourage y'all to do your own research when it comes to health benefits and castor oil and that type of thing. I know for certain people it's not good for you. So if you're pregnant, if you're nursing, definitely consult a doctor. But I have been absolutely loving Barbara O'Neill. If you've never heard of her, or if you are interested in her information, I will include all of the links down in the description box below. So when it comes to brands and types and cold pressing and should it be organic, should it contain this, should it not contain this, I highly recommend buying it in a glass bottle, organic and hexane free. This is the product that I recommend, and it's the one that I talked about in the video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. This is an amazing product, and I've used very little of it in retrospect, but the first bottle that I actually purchased looks like this. So I've used a lot of this product, and of course I've donated it to family members and whatnot, but it's from the same brand, so it's called the Heritage Store. And I went ahead and repurchased it in a glass bottle because I didn't want it to leach the plastics from this. So definitely get cold pressed, organic, hexane free in the bottle. As always, I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below. And the best part is I find it is very reasonably priced. So it's going to last you a really, really long time. But anyway, another way in which that I use castor oil is in combination with cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is an amazing anti-inflammatory. The combination of the two make a beautiful infusion, and this is what it looks like. So what I do is I add about a cupful of the organic castor oil to a teaspoon of organic cayenne pepper, give it a little spin, give it a little twirl, let it infuse for about 24 hours, and the sediment goes to the bottom, but all of the natural healing properties goes right there to the top. And you can use this for inflammation. You can use this for plantar fasciitis. You can use it for arthritis. In fact, my dad, who worked 40 years in an oil refinery, he had to wear steel toe boots every single day, and they did a number on his feet. The poor man has debilitating plantar fasciitis, and in 3 days, he was using this in 3 days, putting it on his feet, and then putting his sock over it, and then putting his shoes on to go about his day. This has cured his plantar fasciitis, I kid you not. And then my mom has used it for arthritis. So she has an injury from breaking her ankle about 10 years ago or so. She applies it to her ankle. She also applies it to her hands because she has arthritis in her hands. It has really helped her with that. Funny story, and just to show you how hard-headed this man is, I brought it to him and he refused to use it. He was like, I don't want that, nah, 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 nah. And then a couple of days later, I was like doing something, and my mom's like, you need to ask your dad how his feet are feeling. And so I was like, hey, how's your feet feeling? And he's like, I ain't saying nothing. And I said, what's wrong? Are your feet feeling better? He's like, yeah, but I don't want to say anything because I don't want to give you the big head. And I'm like, well, too late, okay? All joking aside, y'all, though, he was in bad shape. Like, he was this close to going to the doctor to ask them to do surgery because, I mean, he has worn his feet down from 40 years of working in the oil refinery, and, it's just done a number on his poor feet. I actually took this from him so I could show y'all. And now finally, I'm going to briefly tell y'all a story about our realtor, because when we moved from South Louisiana to North Alabama in 2018, we had a realtor that helped us sell our land in South Louisiana. And she's a nice older lady. We made friends with her. I became Facebook friends with her. And I have known for a really long time that she's had problems with her feet, but I didn't know what it was or anything like that. Well, she posted on Facebook that she had really, really bad bone spurs. She had tried everything. She had tried medications and creams and ointments and whatnot. So, I mean, she had like a list of people telling her, soak it in Epsom salts and, this, that, and the other. And so I commented and I told her, castor oil compresses, put a little bit on your feet, put a sock over it, go to bed, put a little bit whenever you wake up in the morning, put a fresh sock on. And I'm telling you, in 3 weeks, 3 weeks and her feet were back to normal. So if that's not miraculous, I don't know what is. She was very, very thankful. So definitely, as I mentioned before, do your own research. This is not medical advice, you know, all the disclaimer stuff, but that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that I answered y'all's questions and let you know some informative things so that you can start feeling better. And just let me know if this video was helpful and informative. And if it was, please give it a like and a subscribe. I know it's not my regular scheduled content and like my regular fashion content, but you know, sometimes we just got to help each other. You know what I mean? As always, thank y'all so much for watching. I always appreciate each and every one of you. Please stay safe and stay healthy, and I'm going to be seeing y'all very, very soon. Hopefully with makeup and hair on. Bye!